Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Ashleigh for those of you who are new here. For those of you who aren't, hi, thanks for joining me once again. So this is actually the third video I filmed today, so don't mind me wearing the same outfit. I'll try and mix them up on the channel, So today's video is a follow on from the video I did about Fern McCann being in Herbalife. If you haven't seen that, please do go and watch that. I'll leave it linked down below for you. This is like my little series of like celebrities in MLMs, which is really interesting. I've got another one to film probably tomorrow now about another celebrity that's in one, but I will get around to doing that. And if you know of any more, do let me know. So I think I mentioned in that video that I was going to DM Fern's account, like her Herbalife account on Instagram, which is Fern Nutrition. She put like a story like, DM me a green heart and I'll send you the information. So she sent me a video. It says Discover Herbalife from Sarah the Body Coach. I haven't watched it. I was going to script this video, but I thought, you know what, let's just watch it and react together. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to watch this video and we're going to watch together. So it's 41 minutes long, so it's going to be a long one. I will try and not stop it too much for you guys. But yeah, I might even speed it up slightly. I'm going to speed it up to 1.25 because they're usually quite slow. And yeah, I'm going to screen record this for you guys. I don't actually think Fern's speaking in this. It's Sarah who's discussing it. But we'll see what they have to say. It's the Welcome Discover Herbalife Nutrition presentation. I'll leave it on screen for you guys here. I'm going to move over a little bit and let's just watch it, shall we?
Good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday. So we are going to get cracking. I know the numbers are still creeping up. I can't believe there is going to be 400 of us on this call tonight.
I think, by the way, this Sarah is Fern's sister, because she has mentioned her sister being in it a few times, and I think this is her. But 400 people are meant to be in this call. That means 400 people that they're trying to recruit, because this is an onboarding call, don't forget.
Blown on a Thursday night. Clearly nobody's got anything better to do than tune in and listen to me. But seriously guys, thanks so much for giving up half an hour of your evening. I know time is super precious, so I'm going to make sure I give you as much value and information as I can in the next half an hour. I'm not going to be able to cover the whole world of Herbalife, the opportunity, the incomes, and every single product, but I will do my best to give you a good overview, and then you can follow up with whoever invited you on to the call afterwards. So this is our Discover a Herbalife opportunity, and I feel like so honoured and privileged to be able to take you through this call tonight. And I love doing these because I was shown something like this coming up for 9 years ago now.
Again, these before and afters, like the before and now pictures they do, I could honestly take these two photos now with the same body, because it's all about posing. She could have contoured on abs, she could have edited that on, like it's all about the pose. She's not in the same pose, she's not in the same clothes. I just think, yeah, I don't like those at all.
Probably very much like many of you on the call tonight, had no idea about it, maybe a little bit skeptical, maybe thought it was some kind of crazy shake diet, or whatever your perception is. So it gives me a real great pleasure to be able to come on and share information, because I was given that opportunity 9 years ago and it changed my life. So just very, very grateful to be able to pass on the information and hopefully change one of yours that is a guest on here tonight. So a little bit about my story so that you know who you're listening to. So my name is Sarah Green, and I was introduced to Herbalife coming up, as I said, for 9 years ago, which is crazy. I can't believe it's been 9 years. But back 9 years ago, in fact, I'll rewind a little bit earlier than that. So growing up throughout my childhood, don't worry, this is your life, but I want to give you an overview so that you can understand when I go onto the call why this has been so powerful for me. But back in my younger years, I was raised by my mum, who was a single parent, and we lived in a caravan for most of my childhood. Very humble beginnings, but thought, you know what, I want more for my life. I'm going to, had big goals and dreams and aspirations, but suffered a little bit with my mental health actually from a very young age, and then went on to fall pregnant at 16. Had my eldest at the young age of 16, and that threw a little bit of a spanner in the works. I've done all right, it turns out okay, but I was a very young mum and suffered subsequently with my mental health for a big proportion of my life. And what I did find I went on to have another 2 children, so I have 3 children, and got married very young.
I know I've sped this up, but she seems very frantic. She's going a lot back and forth. I know I do that a lot in videos, but I don't think she's planned this intro very well.
I was married with 2 children at the age of 20. Went on to have my 3rd child, Zena. And from the age of about 23, I think I really was searching for something that was going to be able to help me have a little bit of control over my mental health. And I'd heard a little bit about the time, it was quite taboo back then actually, mental health, depression and all that sort of stuff. So I was sort of looked into it a lot and I wanted to help myself. And I'd heard a lot about exercise being something that really, really benefited you. Now, I was the kind of person that never did exercise at school, hated anything to do with exercise, skipped PE, you name it, like I would avoid it. So I wasn't a fitness person, I wasn't fit at all, and I dreaded the thought of exercise. But I actually dreaded the thought of feeling awful for the rest of my life. So I thought, I'll give it a bash. I had a lot of weight to lose from my second child. I put 4.5 stone on with Jude. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to give it a go. So I got into exercise, found running, went from doing, you know, a couch to 5K to being able to run 10 miles over the course of, you know, a couple of years. So I became very, very into my fitness. I was training loads, like 7 days a week. I would probably say I was a little bit obsessed with training because it made me feel so good. It gave me control. I just trained as much as I could to make me feel better. The problem was I was exhausted all of the time because I was working a full-time job. I'm obviously a mum of 3. My husband, Kev, was in the armed forces, so he was away a lot. So I was running on empty and burning probably the candle at both ends when it came to work and exercise, not partying. I've never been that fun. Just exercise was my idea of fun. But what happened was I was struggling massively with my energy. I was always tired. I wasn't getting any fitter because of my diet was absolutely terrible. Now, I knew a little bit about nutrition, but I just was a massive meal skipper. So I would get up and have coffee in the morning, like many busy people, have coffee at lunchtime, have coffee and snacks throughout the day, had healthy evening meals, but just didn't nail it when it came to giving my body the right nutrition. And I was just suffering emotionally from it. I was suffering with low.
I get it. I completely get it. I struggle with eating the right things. I think that's really important when it comes to health. Yes, I've started working out, but also looking at what I'm eating and making the best decisions for my body. You don't need to be in an MLM to do that. If you're really, really struggling, speak to a certified nutritionist. Speak to someone who's trained in this field to be able to give you advice, because joining an MLM or consuming MLM products is not necessarily the right thing. I mean, it's definitely not the right thing for one. If you want to do meal replacement shakes, there's a lot cheaper and better ones than that are in Herbalife. And I went through the, I think it's the vegan protein we went through in the video about Fern. But if you want me to do more product comparisons, then we can do that.
Low mood. So, you know, I couldn't understand it. I was super fit, but I just didn't have the body or the energy or anything else to reflect those levels really. So my husband, his best friend Jim, who had been the best man at our wedding, we'd known him for years, had started to take Herbalife products, and he had come to stay with us, and he'd been talking about it because he lived in Scotland and we lived down south in Portsmouth, and he was talking about this Herbalife constantly. Every time he was on the phone to Kev, how amazing the products were, how much energy they gave him, and I was like, I can't believe he's on some shake diet. I was so negative and skeptical about it all, but he kept talking about his energy, and I thought, you know what, that is what I wasn't looking for weight loss. I would never expected to have abs. I was quite happy with my physique because I thought I'd had 3 kids. I was happy with my lot, but when he mentioned energy, I was like, ears pricked up. Give me whatever it is that's going to give me some energy that's making you feel good, because the reality was it was massively affecting my life having such low energy, and it was affecting my mood. So I said, you get me some products, Kev, my husband, and I'll try them. And that's exactly what happened. Had absolutely no intention of doing it as a business. I never would have got on a call like this. I was just someone that wanted some energy. So if you're on the call tonight and you are like me, let me tell you, you will get energy in abundance, okay? And obviously, subsequently, it's gone on to completely change my body. That happened within probably a couple of weeks after. I could see my body starting to transform. I wasn't doing anything different. All I'd started to do was have this smoothie for breakfast in the morning. I had more energy. My skin started to improve. Like,
you are doing something different because you're putting something different into your body. If you're working out and you're not taking protein, you're going to see a difference when you start taking protein or pre-workout. If you don't use pre-workout, you're going to notice a difference when you do take pre-workout. So to say you haven't done anything different when you're putting something different into your body that you wouldn't usually, you are doing something different, you changed something. It doesn't matter if it's got Herbalife on it. You could have started taking Women's Best pre-workout, which is pretty good, and that would have given you energy. I don't know.
The list of things that happened to me over the course of a 6-month period at the beginning was mind-blowing. I actually thought, this stuff, how is this legal? Because this is mental. I feel completely different. And all I've changed is I've started to have this multivitamin, this tea, which I'm actually drinking tonight. And the benefits were just oozing out of me because I just couldn't believe how amazing I was feeling. So what happened?
So she just said she started taking a multivitamin, a Herbalife multivitamin. You can get multivitamins in Asda. You can get them in Holland & Barrett. I've got vitamins that I take from Holland & Barrett. And they're fine. And they're probably a hell of a lot cheaper than Herbalife ones.
Subsequently from that, the first thing I wanted to do was tell my mum about it. My best friend realised that I was obviously had more energy and that I wasn't moaning, I was always tired, and my body was starting to change. People that I was training with noticed that I was starting to get abs, which I had before. And all these people started to notice. Now, at the time, I had no intention of doing it as a business, but like any good friend or daughter or whoever, I was like, you know what, I'll get you some products from Jim. And he said to me very cleverly, you become members and you can just order for yourself, because I love the products. There was no doubt I was ever going to stop taking them. And you can order for other people. And that's exactly what we did. And from there, people started to get amazing results. We were helping people to get great results with weight loss. My mum never lost any weight with it, but absolutely loved the energy. My best friend plays football. She was playing football better. She was getting fitter. And slowly but surely, people were getting amazing results. So then they were telling their friends and family, and it's so on and so forth. Okay, so I didn't know at the time that this was a big opportunity, but I was exposed to something like this, and when I did, I thought, you know what, imagine being able to turn something that you love into something that could earn you a little bit of money. And I'll tell you about my financial situation where I was a little bit later on in the presentation. But for me, I just fell in love with the products. I had no idea about the company, no idea about anything what was in them. I just knew they made me feel amazing. And then when I thought, you know what, I could actually start to do something with this and help more people, then I started to look into the company, but I'd never heard of it. You know, it's been going around for 40 years and it is the elite of elite when it comes to meal replacements. We've got the most unbelievable guys working on our board of nutrition.
If it was the elite of nutrition, it would be sold in big shops. I don't know how many times I have to say this. They always say, that's not how we work. I'm telling you now, if Holland & Barrett approached Herbalife and said, we want to stock your products, they would not say no. Of course they wouldn't say no. But Herbalife products would not sell in Holland & Barrett or anywhere like that because their nutritional products are so expensive and they're not any better. There's no proof that they're any better. They're just more expensive to pay all these different distributors what they need to be paid. I hate when they say shit like, oh, world's leading doctors. Prove it. Prove that you've got the world's leading doctors. Do you know what I mean? Like, God.
Pleasure to actually train with the guy at the bottom, Dr. Heber. He actually is a really funny story. This guy is like an absolute legend in Herbalife because he is rated one of the top nutrition doctors in the whole world by the Board of Nutrition in America. He's won loads of awards. The guy in the middle, Dr. Louis Ignaro, developed nitric oxide, which is the main ingredient in Viagra. I know, crazy, right? But I didn't even know that. But it promotes the flow of oxygen to vital organs. So well done, Louis Ignaro, to all the women and men around the world. But seriously, these guys are the best of the best, okay? They're not just some random doctors that are knocking up these products in a warehouse in bloody Birmingham. They are the best of the best in their field. And I got to train with Dr. Heber in the bottom right-hand corner a few months ago on one of our most incredible product, Microbiotic Max. And we've become friends. And he DMs me on Instagram, all of his videos. Unbelievable, okay? So crazy things happen in this opportunity. You get to mingle with the likes of really intelligent people, not me, him. So seed to feed is our philosophy, okay? We only work with the highest quality farmers. The ingredients are sourced, organically planted, and everything literally from the moment it's planted to the minute it hits your door is tracked and traced by us with the most incredible science tracking systems. Like the development that goes into the products, the science, the warehouses is second to none, okay? Because it's $1 billion company. They can afford to fund it with the best of the best, okay? Some of our incredible global ambassadors.
I'm going to have to speak to Pat because one of his favourite brands is Under Armour and they're apparently partnered with Herbalife. Under Armour, ATP Tour, Nike, American Red Cross and La Liga. Why? Why are they partnered with Herbalife? I'm going to have to look into that. There's nothing wrong with ordering from Uber Eats or Deliveroo. The same with any unhealthy thing. There's nothing wrong with consuming it as long as it's not a consistent thing. If you're ordering McDonald's off of Uber Eats every single day, you're going to have a problem. If you order a takeaway once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month, you're not going to have a problem. It's all about moderation. It's all about making sure you're getting the right nutrients and making the right decisions food-wise. You don't have to go on Herbalife, and you don't have to delete all the apps. You don't have to stop having the food you like. You don't have to do any of that. Just do it all in moderation and make sure that you make the best decisions for your body.
Give us what we need as it comes to fast, easy, simple, sustainable, manageable. I've been doing this for 9 years, and I honestly think it saves my bacon on a daily basis, because not even keeping me in shape, not even keeping me lean, not even giving me abs, but giving me a way to get really, really dense nutrition, but in really, really light calories, in really, really quick time. It's almost impossible to do it any other way. Now, I work from home, but I still want something quick and easy. And I know I can blend my smoothie up in 15, 20 seconds, and it gives me the perfect amount of everything that my body needs, okay? There's massive crisis when it comes to obesity, because people are opting for simple options, okay? And there's simple options you can have, fast options you can have. I like to think of us as kind of like fast food for smart people, okay? So you've got the app on your phone for Deliveroo, delivering you the fast food. This is fast food for smart people, okay? Now, we are famous for our shakes, for our smoothies, for our meal replacements, but equally have the most unbelievable range of incredibly scientifically developed, the elite products in each of their fields, whether it comes from skincare, protein snacking, vegan range. The sports range is on another level for anybody that goes to the gym. I've used these products for absolutely everything, and they are for absolutely everybody, okay? So my children have used these products since that my daughter's, well, she was 3 when we started in the company. She's been using the products for breakfast since she was 3. It's not a diet, guys. I have never ever wanted to lose weight on her.
She's just said she was giving her daughter Herbalife products when she was 3. Why are you giving your daughter meal replacement shakes or protein shakes or anything like that when she is 3? Even now, you've been in the company for 9 years, since she was 3. She's 12. You still should not be giving her your Herbalife products. Is that a joke? That is awful. Please, 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 if you're in an MLM and you want to stay in it, that's fine. Do not subject your kids to it. Do not make your kids consume these products that you don't know are going to be good for them. Why would your child at 3 need a protein shake or a meal replacement shake or a Herbalife smoothie? Please, please, please tell me why. That's really made me angry. That's so bad. That is so bad.
And I never have done. Yes, I've dropped my body fat. Yes, I've completely changed my body composition. I'm going to be 37 in a couple of weeks, and I am in better health, better fitness. My skin's better than when I was in my early 20s, even in my late teens. It's crazy, but it's not just about the aesthetics. It's for everybody. So I actually went to see my nan today, my nan and my granddad, funnily enough, and my uncle. My nan, my granddad, and my uncle I've seen today. Now, my nan is suffering terribly with dementia. She's actually, in the past 6 months, had to go into a care home, which has been heartbreaking for the whole family. And she's actually really, really struggling to eat. She doesn't want to eat. She forgets to eat. The people in the home are struggling to get her to eat. So what we've been able to do is take the products in, and they tell her now that she loves chocolate milkshakes, that she's having a chocolate milkshake. So I know, and my mum knows, and the family knows, that even though my nan might not be eating as much as she should, and that she needs to, at least she's getting some nutrients into her body. My nan's not looking for...
So you're lying to her. She's got dementia. I understand that. I do understand that. But you're lying to her and telling her she's having something and giving her something else. Does it just mean it's his problem with that? I understand you want to give her nutrition. I understand you want her to be fully healthy and, get all the nutrients she needs, have a balanced diet. But you're giving her something and telling her it's something else. That screams poisoning to me. That screams non-consent to me. You're giving someone something they don't want. Even if you said to her, please eat this fruit and veg, and once you do, we'll give you a chocolate milkshake, and give her a fucking Nesquik. Do you know what I mean? Don't be forcing your fucking MLM products down your sick nan's throat. This woman's problematic. What's her name? I'm going to have to look her up. Sarah Green, I think it is. So you're giving it to your children and you're giving it to your nan who's got dementia. Why? Why?
For a weight loss, it's to give her cells some good nutrients, some good protein, some good vitamins and minerals that we wouldn't be able to get into her another way. The same with my granddad. He's just not eating since my nan's been in the home. We can give him a shake for breakfast. Please, granddad, just have that at least once a day. So this isn't just about weight loss, guys. It's about really, really proper nutrition that you can get in a really easy and effective way, no matter who it's for, okay? And for me, this is the thing which I love. The company have almost tried to think about everything that we like to do as humans. So I was a big snacker, a packet of cheese and onion crisp, a Mars bar, something high sugar. I love to snack, okay? I like to snack on things. Now I can snack, but I know that it's giving me good nutrients into my body. And I did a little video on this the other day. You know, people often think of calories as equal. They're not equal, guys. Calories can be completely different they're very the same in their amount, but completely different in their nutritional value. So you can have a bag of crisps, which is 150 calories, and you can have another bag of crisps like the protein chips, which is 150 calories, but 13 grams of protein. It responds completely differently in your body. So the company have tried to develop snacks that are going to give you that sugar fix that you want, maybe with a protein bar, that little sweet thing, that snacky crisp thing if you're a snack lover, a coffee if you're a coffee drinker, something for everybody, and lots of targeted nutrition that can help you with individual needs, okay, whether it be calcium, whether it be immune health, whether it be, I don't know, energy supplements if you're a bit of an energy drinker, whether it be sports nutrition. We have lots of plans for everybody, no matter what your goal. So I've got people that just want to improve their health and well-being like I did. I've got lots of people that want to lose weight or body fat. They might be, you know, have struggled with different diet plans, found them restrictive. And they come to me and say, I want something really simple but I don't want to live on shakes. And I'm like, absolutely not. I couldn't think of anything worse than living on shakes, okay? We eat, guys. We eat lots of food. And some of my clients have never even had Herbalife as a shake, okay? They have it as a smoothie bowl. They have it in porridge. They have it as pancakes. They have it in Greek yogurt. They make ice cream with it. Like, there's so many things you can do. You don't have to have a shake, okay? But it is far more than just the products. It is us as members that really do make a difference, because we're people, nearly every single person that's a Herbalife member has been on a journey themselves to get a great result. So they are there to support you, to support the clients that we have by saying, listen, you know, you don't need to be an expert, by the way. You could be somebody that's on your journey to weight loss. You want to maybe lose 3 stone, and you could still be a member and help people, because you can say, if you're using the products and you've had a great result, listen, this is what I did. This is what worked for me. Try this. Make your smoothie like that. Have that as a snack. Take part in our workouts. I'm here to hold your hand with you. And you don't get that when you buy products from a shop on a shelf. We are the member difference, and it really does.
You may not get that, you know, if I bought protein from Women's Best, I may not get the support from Women's Best, but you can literally join fitness accountability groups on Facebook. You can make your own on Facebook or on Instagram. There's so many different things you can do without being pushed and sold their specific products and their workouts. You can join so many different groups. Deanna Mims, who's actually an anti-MLM content creator, she has an accountability group on Facebook that I think I'm actually part of. I think it's called Deanna Mims Fit Club, and it's just about holding each other accountable and posting and getting some support and, you know, confidence boost and things like that. You do not have to be part of this Herbalife one, because it's all going to be about joining the company and, you know, selling it, and it's going to be very pushy, which we've seen across the board. So I hate that kind of thing. Like, you may not get it from a specific brand, but you can get it for free on Facebook.
Make the difference, okay? Being a part of a supportive community makes a world of difference when it comes to getting the most amazing results and long-lasting, sustainable results. Not only do we get people on products, but we actually help them be educated around food, around exercise, what works for their body, why certain things need to go into their body and to give them a certain result. And all this knowledge that we give and the support that we give makes a difference between someone doing something and getting a result and then going back and yo-yoing, or sustaining that result like me for nearly 10 years of my life, okay? These are just some of the results, guys. So you can see with the pictures before, these guys weren't all looking for weight loss. Some of them just wanted to improve their muscle mass, get leaner, get fitter. The results come time and time again. And this one, I'm going to actually get this young lady to come on and share her story very quickly with you. But I know Robin, she's actually in my team, and she is the perfect example. I'm not going to tell too much of her story, but the perfect example of somebody who was a busy person, wasn't eating the right things, changed her nutrition, and wabang, look at the results. So Robin, are you there, my darling? Can you unmute yourself? Can we unmute Robin? Let me see if I can search you, Robin. I think I've popped you on mute. Okay, unmute. Hold on. Sorry, Robin. I think I'm trying to do it.
Hello?
Hello, doll. Thank you so much.
It wouldn't let me unmute.
Thank you. Okay, take it away, Hum.
Thank you so much for that, Sarah. An amazing presentation so far. So yeah, I've been using these products now for 4 years, guys. Me on the left, so I worked in an office, I had a very busy job as a PA, and I was basically just sat on my bum for about 12 hours a day. I was the complete opposite to a lot of people that get started. I did want to lose weight. The gym gave me anxiety. I never did like any sort of fitness. I didn't have time. I didn't have interest, and I had no idea what I was doing. So I was just kind of stuck in a cycle of living off of convenience food. My breakfast consisted of a Starbucks caramel latte with a cheese and Marmite toastie. I'd get a meal deal for my lunch, just whatever was quick and easy and that I could just eat really quickly at my desk, which wasn't doing my health or my waistline or my energy or my bank balance any good, to be honest with you. And then my boyfriend, Jack, we'd actually just met. He was a PT at the time, and he tried to teach me about counting my macros and all this malarkey, and scanning my sandwiches was just stressing me out. I didn't have the time, and I'd just like not put stuff in the app because I knew it would take me over. So it wasn't working very well for me. He introduced the products to me. Initially, I started just by swapping over my breakfast because I thought at the very least this is going to save me a hell of a lot of money. I never thought anything would be able to replace my lattes, but I absolutely fell in love with the raspberry tea and the mango aloe. I'm telling you, if you've not had that combo, guys, get it down you. It is my absolute favourite. So I started saving a lot of money. Within my first 2 weeks, I dropped half a stone. My energy was through the roof. I wasn't getting to 3 o'clock in the afternoon and feeling like I was going to fall asleep at my desk. I had the energy to be more productive at work. I just felt so much better. And naturally, people were like, Robin, what's going on? You're happy in the office. Like, whatever you're having, how do I get some? And I kind of accidentally fell into the business from there. I picked up a few customers at work, people that just wanted to get the same results I was having. And exactly like Sarah said, I was just telling them what I was doing and just explaining how I make the product, advising them on stack ideas and stuff like I do any other product really, and just absolutely fell in love with helping people get results. After 18 months, no, in fact, in 3 months, I started making an extra £500 a month around my crazy busy job, just by helping a few customers here and there. And then after 18 months, I went full time, and now me and Jack both do this full time from our phones, and just, yeah, so excited for our futures.
Oh,
if a man wants to get you into an MLM, run. Or woman, if you meet someone and you start dating and they want to get you into an MLM, literally the biggest red flag I've ever heard. I'm sure this girl's lovely. She's stunning. I was literally like, wow, you're beautiful. But do you think maybe you had more energy because you weren't having a sugary coffee and a Marmite and cheese toastie every day? It could be why. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're swapping something out of your diet, you're changing your diet. Just because you're having some other products doesn't mean it's the products that are helping you. It's taking away from your diet what you were putting in that wasn't great for you. I freaking love a Marmite and cheese toastie, and I love a caramel latte. She sounds like my kind of gal, meal-wise, but I wouldn't have it every day because I know it's not good for me. If you're having it every day, that's going to really kill your energy. It's like having takeaway every day. Starbucks food is a takeaway, essentially. So taking that out of your diet is going to make a big impact to you.
Be amazing. Thank you so much. And what an incredible result you've had. And it just shows you, I remember when I started, and I was earning, like, within my first, I think it was 3 months, I was earning like £300 or £400 extra alongside my job as I was working in lettings at the time. And I was like, that is like almost half of my wage by the time I've paid for childcare. So just by sharing it with friends and family, like you would share anything that you've enjoyed, if you've been to a good restaurant, or if you've had a good hairdresser or a good makeup, sorry, this is very female stuff, or if you've got a really cool car or something like that, like guys, whatever you're into, you share it, okay? You share it. So
you share it, but you're not pushed to share it. I go to Aldi and I buy my protein shakes. They don't ask me to put that on my story. I'm not pushed to talk about it every single day. I'm not pushed to then ask people to join Aldi. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not recruiting for Aldi. I'm saying I like this protein shake, and that's it. There's no pressure, no nothing. I've also just moved you down, so hopefully I don't look too small anymore. Oh gosh. My iPad's getting hot, it's getting so wound up. Right, where were we?
thank you very much for that, Robin. So we have a brand new thing called the Preferred Customer Pack. Now, many of you on the call might be product users. You might be using the products already. You might have maybe been thinking about using the products, but you want a little bit of discount on your products. Now, everybody wants a little bit of discount on everything in life. Why would nobody want a bit of discount? I have no idea. So we have a brand new thing called the Preferred Customer Pack, which means you can register, you pay £26, you then get access to buy all of your products at an immediate discount, okay? It also gives you the chance to build up that discount by ordering more products for you, for anyone in your household. You have your own little website. It comes directly to your door.
To become a preferred customer, you don't get anything. You spend £26 and you just get access to discounts. I'm going to let it carry on, but I'm a bit confused by that.
It's not a business, but it does give you the opportunity to get those discounts, build it up, and then if you want to transfer over to earn potentially a little bit of income at a later time, then you can do, which is a really exciting new concept. So
she's not said you get any products, so from my understanding of what she has said there, to become a preferred customer, you spend £26 and you get access to discounts. What's the point? You'd have to save £26 to make your money back.
very, very great for people on the call that are maybe thinking, actually, I want to continue on these products, but I'd like to get a bit more discount. Or for maybe people that have never tried the products and think, I definitely want to try them, but I don't want to do the business just yet, but I would like a little bit of discount. This is a great way to do it, okay? So the actual opportunity. This is what I did, okay? I was doing the opportunity, which is basically sharing the products, exactly the same as I would anything else that I already do. So I'm going to a restaurant after here tonight in Portsmouth called Restaurant 27. Like, this restaurant is one of my most favorite restaurants. It does the most unbelievable, like, taste of food, the most fantastic gin cocktails. Now, I tell everybody about this restaurant. The difference between this and Herbalife is I don't get paid for that, and I do get paid for this. That's the only difference, okay? If I did not believe in the products, if I did not love them, if they hadn't changed me, if I didn't feel positive about them and want to share them, I wouldn't be able to do it for more than a week, let alone nearly 10 years of my life. So all it is having that authentic result yourself, whether it be weight loss, energy, whatever it is, and then sharing it, just like you would share absolutely anything else that you love, okay? You get your own result, you feel authentic about it, and it really doesn't feel like it's hard work, okay? Of course, you're not going to be able to learn the whole thing tonight on the call with me. There's lots of trainings and everything that we provide, which is amazing because it's your own little business, you know? It's not really, I don't think it's a business. Although it is a business, I don't see it like that. I just see it as a passion. I love the products and I share it with people whenever I can, okay? And I love the opportunity because it means I've been able to work from home around my kids now for the past nearly 7 or 8 years, and earn an amazing income. So I want to share that with people, but I get to do it on my own for myself. But I have people there to train me, support me online from home. We have meetings. Now we're back in meetings. So it's the most supportive community, okay? You have a sponsor, the person that's got you on the call tonight that will take you through the journey step by step, whether you want to earn £50, whether you just want discount, whether you want to earn £5,000 a month, whatever your goal is, whatever you want from it, you work with your sponsor through, you know, face to face. Now we're back in action on the phone. Like my sponsor, Jim, when I first started, I was always like, what does that mean? What does that do? Can you take it if you're pregnant? Blah, blah, blah. And that's what your sponsor does, which is amazing, okay? The rewards from it, guys, there is not enough room on this page to tell you the rewards from it, okay? The income is going to be the main thing for tonight we're talking about. But honestly, for me, it's way more than that. It's the time freedom, the freedom. I work hard for sure. I still work hard, but I'm able to do it in my...
Do you have time freedom? Because you're going out for dinner at 10 to 9 at night, which is quite late here in the UK to go out for dinner after doing a Zoom call. So you've got to do a Zoom call in the evening, then go out for dinner. I'm usually in bed by like 9:30. That's time freedom. You do not have time freedom. You work 24/7. If you work from your phone, you're working constantly. I know like content creation and stuff is technically working from your phone. I don't get paid for content creation, but I have no notifications for Instagram on my phone, no notifications for TikTok on my phone, none of that. So it's completely blocked, whereas they are constantly on social media and working. If they get a message, someone wants to join the business, they're responding. She's probably responding to messages while she was at this restaurant that she's raving about so much.
Beautiful home that I've been able to buy with around my children. I went to see my little girl play netball today. I could never do that in my old job. And it's just to have that freedom to be able to live my life on my terms, you know, without having to ask someone if I can go for another 10-minute coffee break. And just life's too short for me to, you know, to constantly ask for permission for somebody else for me to live the life that I want on my terms. So for me, that's the biggest thing I can say is it gives you the opportunity to have the freedom that some of you have probably always wanted, or even just the freedom to have that extra income coming in every month, to be able to, girls, to buy the shoes, to buy the bags, to go on the holidays, and to, you know, do all of the things that you want to do that you maybe can't do because you don't have the income coming in, okay? So this is a snapshot. You start off at 25%, you work your way up to the 50%, which means on average, if somebody is...
That last slide she was on that was showing you like where you can rank up, she didn't talk through that at all. Like, what does that mean? She just completely skimmed that. I was really thinking, okay, what does all this mean? But she didn't even touch on it.
On a 50% discount, which is huge. I mean, my mum worked at Next for years and she was only ever on 25% discount, and she worked there for maybe 15 years. We start at 25% discount, okay? So if you just were taking the products and you're a supervisor at 50%, and you had maybe your mum, a couple of friends, and they might know a few people, and between you there was like 10 people, you'd be earning on average around about £500 a month. Can you imagine that? Now, for me, that was life-changing money, okay? That really was life-changing money. So what we do from there is when I'm earning the £500, my mum was like, I know some people that want to do this. And I was like, right, mum, you register. So imagine that girl at the top was my mum. You get registered. You're on the products. You want Ross, my stepdad, to get on the products. You know, people from work. So then my mum's in my team. Same with Kev's mum. She's exactly the same. So it doesn't need to be like you need to know loads of people. What happens is when someone gets a great result, they end up wanting to know people. They end up wanting to become a member. They want to end up getting the discount, and they want to end up making a little bit of profit too, okay? Now, when I started as a member, that was when I was like just sharing it with friends and family and stuff like that. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was not fussed about earning loads and loads of money. I thought if I can just maybe sell a few programs to people, like the program that I was on, to the people that want to do it, and earn enough money that I could actually buy my own products and sort of eat for free, that would be enough for me. And then when I saw that was actually quite easy to do, I thought, well, maybe if I could earn £200 to £300 to pay off my credit card debt.
It's not easy to do. She really shouldn't be saying that. It's not easy to do. You just said 3 people that you've recruited. Not everybody has a mum. Not everyone has a partner or a partner's mum. Not everyone has people that they can recruit just like that. And even like, I have a mum. She wouldn't necessarily want to join a business that I would join. Like, you can't say it's easy to do. It's very not easy to do, and that's proven by the top percent always being like 1% people that reach the top, and the majority of people are at the very, very bottom. So I don't like that she's saying it's very easy to do.
£28,000 worth of debt at the time. If I could just do that, and then within like 6 months, I was earning like £500-600 a month, and then it was growing. And then within our first year, we were up at the level of the millionaire team, okay, the green one, and that's the income we were earning in our first year. That is when I quit my job. Now, I was a manager of a lettings company, but I wasn't very confident, guys. I never ever would have gotten a call like this. I didn't know loads of people. My husband was very confident, but I just wasn't that type of person. I remember thinking, I don't know anyone. I don't like speaking to people. Like, I don't like people. But genuinely, I wasn't the most confident, outgoing person. I was quite quiet, and I thought, I don't know anyone. But I did know people. I knew my mum. I knew my best friends. I knew the people I was working with. So they were the people that I started to share. And they knew anyway. They could see the difference in me. They were excited about what I was doing. I was telling them I was earning £500. And it grows legs like spiders' legs, okay? But you can be anybody. You don't need to be into health and fitness. You don't have to be, you know, a completely confident, outgoing person. I wasn't. You can see here, all these different people from all different walks of life are doing this business. Some of them part-time. Some of them earning £500 a month. Some of them earning £5,000 a month, okay? But this next person I'm going to bring on is one of the reasons that I actually took this from being a hobby where I was earning maybe £200 or £300 to thinking, oh my God, he was at one of the first meetings that I went to, which was like, it makes me emotional actually when I think about it. I'm so pleased he was there that day because he truly did change my life, and he has done on many occasions ever since listening to him. And when I went to the meeting, I was very negative. I was very skeptical, and I thought, I don't want to be here. I'm not interested in doing this to earn money. I just am happy doing what I'm doing, earning a few £100s, paying for my products. And then I realized how genuine these people were. And Matt, this guy, has been such an inspiration to me over the past 9 years. And he's going to share his story with you now. But I just want to say to him before he starts, thank you so much for being there that day and being you and continuing to be you and sharing your inspiration and just being the most genuine guy. Honestly, guys, apart from earning a great income and having a fantastic opportunity you can work from home for, you get to be surrounded by incredible people. So Matt, you are definitely one of them. I'm going to share his line with him now. I'm hoping he's on. Matt and
I'm here, sir.
This guy's been part of Herbalife for 26 years. Oh my God, that's literally crazy.
You're here, doll. Thank you.
I'm here.
Take it away, hon.
Thank you so much, Sarah. What a great overview of our company and what we do. Like you said, I followed your story from day one, and it's been amazing. So it's a privilege to be part tonight as well. Evening, everyone. Thanks for giving up your time. I'm going to try and cram a really long story into a really short amount of time because, as it says on the screen, 26 years with Herbalife. But there's a story behind that 26 years because I'm 40 years old now. 26 years ago, I was 14 years old. And if any of you have teenage sons or daughters, you know how opinionated they are. And when my parents joined Herbalife, we was in a pretty low place. We'd just been made bankrupt. We lost our home, business, our car, everything. And they said that these shakes were going to fix everything. And I was really, really positive about that, as you can imagine, right? And it actually
14. Oh my God, he was 14, and I assume his parents started selling Herbalife, but it sounds like he started taking them. That is like the definition of like brainwash. That's the definition of a commercial cult. Your parents, oh my God. I'm so sorry that your parents lost their job and you lost your house and all of that, but an MLM is never the way forward for that. That is awful. That just shows you that 26 years ago, whenever this was filmed, I'm not sure if it was recent, somebody was taking advantage of a family that had just lost their house. And that's been going on for this long. We see this all the time, especially with COVID. People took advantage of people that were vulnerable, and this happened then 26 years ago, and it's still happening. That just really highlights it for me. Like, that is awful. They just lost their house, their car, their jobs, their business, and somebody sold them onto an MLM.
took me a long time to come around to even looking at Herbalife. Right? It took me 16 years, right? Between 14 and 18, I was just embarrassed of my parents doing this thing. Between 18 and 30, I was around Herbalife. I watched the company grow. I saw people get the most amazing body transformations and health transformations. I watched people turn little part-time businesses into full-time careers from all the different backgrounds, just like Sarah just showed you. And three things I was sure of. Number one, I was going to never use these bloody products. I was never going to do that, right? I wasn't going to be a shake drinker. And number two, I definitely wasn't going to sell this stuff to anybody else. And number three, I definitely wasn't going to build a team, right? If you're wondering, if you're on here a bit negative right now going, I'm definitely not going to do that, I think I'm on here to give you hope, right? Because obviously I've ended up doing all three of those things, but it took me to get to a point in my life where I was ready. And they say change comes through inspiration or desperation. I got to 30 years old and I was the guy in the red jumper on the left there. I was working.
So you haven't been in it for 26 years. You've not had 26 years of Herbalife. You have had 10 years of Herbalife. They just chat absolute shit all the time. Do you know what I mean? Tell us the truth. Just say 16 years, 10 years of Herbalife. Do you know?
Time as IT project manager, I actually really enjoyed my job. I didn't hate my job. I just hated how much it paid me. And I was one of those unique individuals who managed to spend just a little bit more than I earned every single month. Right, and the rest that I needed, you know, when there's more month left at the end of the money, maybe just me, right? And the rest went on a credit card or a little bit of loan or a little bit of overdraft. And I did that my whole working life from the age of 18 to the age of 30, 12 years racking up debt. And I got to 30 years old in the red jumper there. And I was not just overweight, but really unhappy in my skin. Right? You know, when you have to wear the clothes that fit, not the clothes that you want. And so you wear the same three outfits over and over again. It's the lads as well, by the way. I know there's a lot of girls on here tonight, but it's the lads as well. And through desperation, right, I said, tell me about this Herbalife thing then, Mum. And that's a difficult thing to say, you know, because you don't want to admit you're wrong. And I got started on the products. Like a lot of people, if you're skeptical, just get started on the products. The products will get you. And I realized that I didn't have to give up.
If you're skeptical, just get started on the products. No, if you're skeptical about something, don't fucking buy it. Read reviews, go online, find a good quality product and take it. Don't take something that you're skeptical of. What is this whole thing of just jumping in? Research, review. We have Google. Use it.
I like a beer. I like a takeaway. I'm not mad about the gym or exercise or fitness, to be honest. And by sorting my nutrition, everything changed for me. I've been using the products really solidly now for the last 10 years. And you know, so I was never going to use the products. I was never have customers. But when I went from the guy in the red to the guy on the right, people are like, "What's going on? Are you sick or something? You know, because you're losing weight." And they're like, "What's wrong with you?" And you're like, "I've never been healthier in my life. I got tons of energy." They could see it. And they go, "What are you using?" I go, "I got this stuff," right? And it was like Sarah said, it wasn't a business. I wasn't in sales. I was just recommended this thing that took me 16 years to take. And I picked up my first few customers because the other part of my story is yeah, I was unhealthy and unhappy. I was also £50,000 in debt. Bailiffs knocking at the door. There was nowhere to borrow any more money from. And, you know, in my first month in sharing these products with other people, I made a few £100. And that kept the wolf from the door. And it was like, wow, this is amazing. Imagine if I could do that next month. And from not wanting to use the products to not wanting to have customers, I had a few customers by mistake. And then, of course, you know, they say you can see, you travel 50 yards at a time in the fog. And whereas I wasn't an entrepreneur, I wasn't a businessman, I didn't know anything. If I could just do this and just do this and just do this, and I slowly moved down the road. And before I knew it, 2 years in, my little part-time Herbalife business, my little side hustle, was paying me more than my full-time job as an IT project manager. And that was revolutionary for me. Within 3 years, I paid off all my debt. My income was 4 times what my job was. And that's when I finally thought, imagine if I did this seriously. And so 4 years in, with my income 4 times, my part-time Herbalife income 4 times my salary, I quit my job. I've been full-time ever since, and Herbalife gave me so much more than that. I met my future wife at a Herbalife event. It's amazing what you get at events. And we built the business together for the last 8 years. There's some pictures there of just stuff, you know, travel is a big thing for us. Travel broadens the mind, and so we traveled as much as we can. I was able to buy a house for my mum, which was, you know, she looked after me for 30 years, and then to buy a house for my mum was amazing. And more recently, 2 years ago, we had our first little baby boy. His name's Rocket. He's 2 years old. You can see him in the very bottom right hand corner of my third picture. Can you see him looking at me? Vain daddy taking a picture of himself in the mirror. And you know, for me that represents a lot, because my initial transformation was vanity. I wanted to lose weight to look good. Right now I use these products every single day, and everything that Herbalife taught me, so that I can be a fit and healthy dad for him and keep up with him for as long as I possibly can. Okay, today We've been at the president's team now in Herbalife for 6 years. Sarah showed you the income that comes with that, and just eternally grateful every single day. So if you're not a health and fitness professional, if you're not female, by the way, you don't have to be female, a lot of females on it, and you know, you're just looking, you know there's something better out there and you haven't found it yet, give Herbalife a try, because you never know where it may take you. Sarah, thank you so much for the opportunity. I'll hand it back to you to wrap it up.
Thank you so much. And you know, your story is as amazing today, if not more so than it was back when I had my first meeting. So thank you for being you. And it is true, it's not just for girls. Herbalife is like, you know, Yorkie, it's not just for girls. However, girls, I'm all girl, okay? So I'm all for the girls. And the reason I am is because I think, you know, without getting into the whole like female empowerment talk, it's very tricky for a woman that's got children to find a career that you can actually be a career person and a mum, and it all meshed together. And that is one of the biggest gifts that this company's given me. You know, my children have been, you know, on both sides of it. They've seen me in a full-time job. I was working full-time because I had to have the money because I had so much debt. We were living in a basement flat, had no money, had 28 grand's worth of debt, and I was earning a pretty good wage, but it meant that I was never seeing my children, and I was paying half of it on childcare, which was absolutely ridiculous. And this has given me the opportunity to put my children through private education, you know, but it's just more than that. It's about being able to give them the life that I never had. I mean, there's not a caravan in sight. I feel like I've robbed them of that experience, to be honest. I might buy them a caravan for, you know, for one of their birthdays one day, just so they can have a little bit of grounding. But honestly, guys, joking aside, it's been the most incredible opportunity that we ever did by just taking a chance, you know, like I didn't have anything to lose and I had everything to gain, and I didn't lose anything and I gained everything. And it's been that way for the past 9 years. And I just feel so grateful and so blessed every single day, not just for the income. I mean, the income we earn now, I earn more a month now than I earned probably in about 3 or 4 years worth of salary in my old job. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I've just bought my dream car just at Christmas time. When I was younger, and I actually got really emotional. I think when I bought the car, I rang somebody and I can't remember who it was, but I got really emotional. And I was like, when I was younger and I lived in the caravan, my mum and dad were separated, and my dad owned a Porsche, and he used to drop me off at the caravan park and go back to his lovely life with his Porsche. And I remember thinking one day, I'm going to be rich and I'm going to own my own Porsche. And at Christmas, I bought that Porsche. And it's not about the Porsche, and it's not about the money, and it's not about the big house.
It is though to you. You sell this luxury lifestyle. You can get a Porsche, they can't. Not everybody in the business is going to get to that point to be able to afford that. You've been in it for 9 years. So you started, you know, a long time ago. 9 years is a long time. You have gone through that pool of people to recruit. Later and later and later you start, the less and less and less there is to recruit. Especially now with all the videos on the internet, with all the research on the internet. It's so much harder, and that's what they don't talk about.
Not about all of the expensive stuff. It's about being able to achieve things that you've always wanted to do in your life, but maybe never quite been able to do because you've just not had the opportunity to do so. And that is what this has given me. Far more than income, it's given me the opportunity to shine and be the person that I always wanted to be. And for that, I'm more grateful than any of the money or any of the material stuff. So whether you came on here because you want more discount, whether you came because you want to earn £200, whether you came because you were dragged by your partner, I'm so grateful that you tuned in. And if this information is not for you, thank you for tuning in anyway. If it is, speak to the person that invited you on tonight. But you know what? When you leave this call tonight, just think about who else, if it's not for you, that you know that it could potentially be for, because you might just be able to change some life like mine was changed 9 years ago. So thank you so much for tuning in. Wish you all the very best. If you decide you want to register as a member, catch up with the person that's invited you on the call, and they'll talk you through everything of the next steps. It's only £42 to join. There's no targets. You get £30 worth of product. It's mind-blowing, okay? When I look at how, you know, there's no investment in there at all. Everything is completely done for you. You get a free website. So catch up with the person that invited you on tonight's call. They'll go through that with you, get a plan in place, and start making your dreams a reality. Big love and lots of luck to you all. I wish you the very best in whatever you decide to do. Thank you so much, Robin and Matt, for coming on, and safe travels. If anyone's going to say safe travels, I'm so used to doing these meetings in person, but wishing everybody lots of health, lots of luck, and lots of love. Big love, guys.
So that was interesting, wasn't it? I just think, first of all, I think it's funny that Fern sends you this link, you know, to promote her business and to get you to join, but she's not even involved in the video she sends you. I hate that. I really hate that about the show producers in general. It doesn't matter that she's a celebrity. I'm sure she's got not much time on her hands. She's very busy, but if you're trying to sell a business, sell it yourself. Why are you selling this video? I think it's her sister, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I think that was interesting. Again, they didn't really go over how you earn money, what you have to do to rank up, how you get to those points. They just show you the highlights of it, I think. And that's what I really hate. It was the same with Vicky's video. They didn't talk about what you have to sell in order to rank up. They were just saying what they earn. which is great because they are who they are, but we are not them. I am not a celebrity. I'm not going to be able to do that. Do you know what I mean? Some people have like 80 followers on Instagram. How are they going to promote to get to that point without cold messaging, without all of that? You know, it's not easy to do. Even just, you know, sharing your own results, building your social media is really, really difficult to do, especially if you're in an MLM. Lots of people are educated now, and if they see you in Herbalife or Arbonne or anything like that, they're just not going to be interested. So yeah, if you are considering joining, please don't. Please go to Women's Best or Protein World or anywhere like that and get the equivalent to these products elsewhere. Get yourself some skincare from Boots. Get yourself some multivitamins from Holland & Barrett. Look after yourself. Don't lose money. Get a job that pays you for your time. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. If you do want to see more anti-MLM content, if you want to see anything specific, do let me know. Make sure to hit the subscribe button before you leave and give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next video.